Someone once wrote in the comments, "I don't think I'm too sensitive. I think I just got tired of pretending it didn't hurt." That line landed in me because it names something most people don't say out loud. That exhaustion is often what looks like oversensitivity. It's not that you want to fall apart at everything. It's that you got tired of carrying the weight of every small cut and pretending it was nothing. You ever notice how the word sensitive gets used like a verdict? Like it's not a description, it's a judgment. Someone says you're too sensitive, and suddenly the whole room rearranges. It's not about the thing that happened anymore. It's about you being wrong for feeling. And that motion, that sideways shove, accumulates. The where isn't in the moment as much as it is in the repeat, the little hint, the laugh, the it's fine, that isn't fine. After a while, you start to believe you're the problem. I tried to unlearn it. I learned how to laugh on cue. I learned to tuck the bruise into a neutral face. I learned with ridiculous discipline how to make myself smaller so other people could feel comfortable. It worked in the short term. Easier conversations, fewer awkward silences. But the cost was quiet. At night, the replay would begin. The scene would run again and again, and with each replay, some piece of me felt invisible. I felt guilty for not being tougher. I blamed myself for caring. That's the sneaky part. You end up policing your own heart because it's easier than explaining to someone why a throwaway line landed like a stone. It's odd that we praise sensitivity in stories but scold it in life. Think about the characters we admire, the ones who feel deeply, who cry and still keep going. Their sensitivity is the thing that makes them humane, that fuels compassion. In real life, that same sensitivity becomes a liability in some circles, and you're told to harden like it's a skill you can and should be trained into. But what if the point isn't to harden, but to learn how to carry what you feel without breaking? There was this one afternoon I'll never forget. I was with a group. Someone made a joke, the kind that's framed as playful but lands mean. Everyone laughed. I laughed too because I thought that was what you did. Later that night, I sat with the laugh in my chest and realized I didn't laugh because it was funny. I laughed because I wanted to be in the room. And afterward, the embarrassment of caring felt bigger than the insult itself. I asked myself why I was so bothered, and for a while the answer felt like a shameful secret. That some parts of me still wanted to be held, even when the room demanded thickness. I wonder if part of the balance people never teach you is how to value your own internal signals. Being sensitive is not a moral failing. It's an indicator. It tells you what matters to you. If a comment bruises you, it's not necessarily a call to become softer with your feelings. Maybe it's a call to notice where your boundaries are and whether they're respected. Sensitivity can help you map that. It's not about reacting to every slight. It's about listening to what the reaction means. A memory. I was 15, headphones on, watching the city pass by from the back seat. A song on repeat. A knot in my chest, the kind of day that made everything small and loud at the same time. My mum asked if I was okay, and I said yeah out of habit. But then she asked again, softer, and I told her. The answering changed something, not the problem itself, but the entire atmosphere. Being heard, even in the smallest way, made the tightness loosen. That's the thing you miss when you harden. The chance to be seen and supported. The world will not always offer that, but sometimes it does, and when it does, it matters. You don't have to make every hurt a sermon or a scene. Small rituals help, because they let you separate feeling from identity. Here's one tiny thing that helped me breathe. At night, write one sentence about something that touched you that day. Not a list, not a confession, just one line. The barista remembered my name, or that comment made my chest tighten. Put it down and close the notebook. You don't need to fix it. You just need to witness it. That small act of naming makes the feeling a thing beside you. not a thing inside you that consumes you. The first time I tried it, it felt silly, but over weeks, those sentences became a map. I could see which moments were noise and which things kept showing up. Patterns emerged, and patterns give you choices. You don't have to drop every relationship that ever hurt you, but you get to notice where the same lines keep being crossed. You get to decide what to protect and what to let teach you. I want to be careful here. Acknowledging sensitivity isn't a license to be harsh with others, and it's not an excuse to retreat from responsibility. Sometimes our reactions hurt other people, and noticing that is part of being in community. The sloppy part is when we flatten ourselves so other people can be comfortable. You can be soft and also learn how to speak in ways that land. That's not compromising your heart, it's tending it. There will be people who say, toughen up, because they don't know what to do with discomfort, or because their own way of surviving is to blunt everything. That's not a reflection on you. Sometimes people project their own survival method onto others. You get to receive their opinion and choose whether or not it applies. I still have days when I want to switch it off. The temptation to be unbothered is real. It promises fewer hurts, fewer explanations. But with that promise comes a cost, smaller joys, fewer moments that make you feel truly alive. The aim isn't to armor up until nothing can touch you. The aim, if there is one, is to learn how to be touched and still stand, to let things move you without letting them break you. A second small practice that helped: when you feel cut, name the feeling quietly. That stung, or I felt small there. Say it to yourself like you'd say it to a friend. It's not a lecture, it's a way of acknowledging the experience. The simple act of putting a soft word to the feeling makes it less likely to grow into a story that defines you for days. I remember someone telling me that vulnerability is dangerous in the wrong room. That stuck with me. It's true. There are places where softness is exploited. The task is to find the rooms where softness is honored, or to make small spaces where it can exist. Sometimes that's a friend, sometimes a message board, sometimes a single person who listens. Those small rooms matter more than we think. So here's the quiet truth. You're not too sensitive. You're not broken because feelings come. You're not failing because some people don't get that feeling. You're learning how to exist in a world that often wants you smaller than you are. Practice saying one sentence into a notebook. Practice naming the sting. Practice noticing who makes you feel held and who makes you feel small. These aren't cures. They're small ways to live with yourself more honestly. And slowly the pressure to harden loosens. You find people who don't ask you to disappear. You find small rituals that stop the replay at night. You find a way to be moved without being destroyed. That balance isn't neat. It's messy and human, and it's worth the work of staying awake to it. You're allowed to be soft and still be strong. You're allowed to care and still protect yourself. You're allowed to notice the way words land and decide what you'll carry forward. In the end, sensitivity can be a kind of compass if you let it be. Not a sentence that condemns you, but a signal that points to what matters. I believe in you. Now believe in yourself.